What's up guys, welcome back to another video. The confirmation triggers that we had in mind for any sort of bullish movement or any sort of bullish trade yesterday did not happen because this level was not closed above, and in fact ever since the video was recorded, price seemed to just go straight into a free fall. You guys do remember I did mention that price could retrace all the way until these lows right here at 107,700 and you would still be bullish. And in fact, right now, as of the time that we're recording this video, you're already getting some sort of bullish reaction. So yeah, in this video, I'm going to give you guys the rundown on what to expect for today, as well as for the rest of the week. And most importantly, give you guys a trade setup so that you guys can take advantage of this move. Kicking things off on the weekly chart, we are still having a bullish weekly bias. But if you remember what I said yesterday, it is perfectly fine for price to actually retrace lower first before some sort of true bullish move heading into the rest of the week. And of course, if you do get a bullish move, you are going to take out the previous all-time high. And so for the swing traders out there, you're probably going to get an entry somewhere here, especially once price shows also a bullish reaction. It's either going to do it here, or it's going to, for example, get a candle close above 109 or potentially even 109,500. That will then validate this as the new bullish order block, and you can just set a limit, place a stop underneath the order block and a target for wherever you are targeting. Now, for the swing traders out there, just one final little note: your kind of measured move for a expansion beyond the all-time high is going to be we're expecting a minimum move to $118,800 and potentially even slightly higher at 125,700. But overall, you're looking very bullish and price will hit a new all-time high sometime during summer. Anyways, taking a look at the daily bias, yesterday ended up closing bearish, which means that technically today we should be looking for not longs, but rather shorts. However, for reasons that I've already discussed yesterday, like that retracement kind of zone has already been hit. And right now price is showing a really strong reaction to the upside, which leads me to believe that potentially today we may have a long trade. So if you take a look at this right now, this is now your new bullish order block. Essentially, this was a change in state of delivery. This is exactly the condition that I was asking you guys to take a look at and to confirm before jumping into the trade, which is a change in order flow. Yesterday, it did not happen, and instead, it only happened today, which again, everything was kind of mentioned, right? Price could go all the way down here. You would still be bullish. You would still be looking for longs. So now this becomes your new order block. In the event that you retrace back into this CISD zone, exactly the exact level would be 108,250. This would give you the opportunity to actually take a long up to, well, potentially the previous daily high right there at $109,700. Also, another thing that is worth noting is the fact that you have a bullish liquidity sweep right here. This is a previous swing low that got taken out, followed by price giving you a really strong reaction right after. This is known as a broken base, and for those of you who are familiar with the broken base, this is one of the highest probability kind of reversal signals that exists. Essentially, price has taken out the sell side objective and is showing an immediate willingness to change the order flow towards the upside. This is very much rooted in smart money trading, and this is something that we look for when it comes to confirming that, hey, there is indeed bullish, or a willingness for market participants to be bullish. So at least on the 1 hourly chart at the moment, we are very much bullish, and a retracement into the CISD zone and potentially even narrowing down this order block here to that fair bit gap at exactly $108,100 would also provide us with a retracement opportunity for price to go higher. So at least on the 1 hourly chart, it seems that we have already gotten a change in state of delivery. However, on the daily chart, it is still a bearish daily bias. So again, you would look for a lot of shorts, if this was a regular day, but perhaps today is not a regular day. So at the moment, the 5-minute is also showing bullish, kind of order flow. However, the only concern that I have is the fact that the Asia high is about to get swept during the London session. As of the time that I'm recording this video, it is 4:30 a.m. Now, if you get a sweep above the Asia high within the next 30 minutes, basically before 5 a.m., this would kind of set yourself up for some kind of accumulation, manipulation, distribution move. And so then the most telling signal is going to be the lower time frame order flow, in a sense that, right now, it's pretty bullish, right? High highs, high lows. You're seeing bullish order blocks getting respected, bullish fair value gaps being respected. But if you sweep above this level right here and you get a changes that are delivery to the downside, then yeah, perhaps today is just going to be also pointing towards the downside. And so the specific kind of trigger that you want to look for is just, a CSD. They'll give you the option to kind of trade it to the downside. However, based on, everything that we kind of discussed yesterday with the higher time frame kind of pointing really bullish, the 1 hourly was starting to get some kind of reversal signal to the upside, as well as, yeah, just in general, the fact that tomorrow we have FOMC, which is going to be a very volatile event for Bitcoin. Heck, tomorrow we might even see Bitcoin just move a couple $1,000s in a couple of hours. With all of this said, it might be better for today just to, kind of sit out in terms of shorts. At least that is what I'm personally going to do, because truth be told, it's just tough to, call a short at the moment, just because your 1 hourly time frame is already in bullish order flow. Like, let's actually go take a look one more time to see if there is something that kind of invalidates this theory. And I don't really see it outside of the fact that you have relatively equal lows. This low and this low here is quite close to each other. So you may sweep this out first before you continue to the upside. And below, you do technically have, a daily order block that you can retrace to. Actually, it is not a daily order block, but on the 1 hourly chart, you do have an imbalance right here that you could retrace into. So that is a potential. So yeah, today, play it really cautious. Like, it doesn't feel quite right to go short at the moment. And right now, it may make more sense to look for longs instead. Now, the only reason why I'm sounding as hesitant as I am right now is because I'm trying to determine if, like, whatever I'm sharing here is just something that I want to see in the markets versus what the market is actually telling me. And this is a very important lesson for any and all traders, by the way. There are always things that you would like to see the market do. For example, I would like to see a retracement into this 1 hourly order block right here, and then for price to show a 5-minute CSD to the upside, and then we can take a long. But that's what I want to see. What's important to succeed in trading is to actually read what the market is telling you objectively and trade what the market is showing you, not what you want to see. And so the only struggle that I'm having right now is kind of determining that. 1 hourly, I can say for sure that you have bullish conditions. The 5-minute, not so much. And the daily as well, like, you have reasons to believe that price is going to go up, except the fact that we have contradicting information in the sense that yesterday the daily candle closed bearish, which means our daily bias today should be bearish. However, the previous daily low has already been swept, which means that if there is a time where a reversal happens, it's going to be, today. And so with all of that said, I'm going to say that I'm leaning towards the long direction. The call for today, for me, if I were to take a trade, is going to be a retracement either to the CSD or to the fair value gap right here. And then I'm going to take a long towards the outside. And I'm going to do this anywhere between 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. New York. Like, either price is just going to shoot here and start pumping up, or it's going to break lower and coming down into this, bullish fair value gap right here. And the thing that you just want to see is, for example, if you were to start going lower from this point onwards, you could argue that this is now going to become your bearish order block, right? Essentially what you want to see is for price to do something like this, where you completely invalidate some kind of bearish order block and to start forming higher highs and higher lows. And the specific timing you want to look for this to happen is between 7 to 10 a.m. New York, because, like, truth be told, when it comes to understanding technical analysis and to trade at a very high level, it's not necessarily just about the behavior of price, right? A lot of people are really familiar with technical analysis. They understand order blocks, fair value gaps, PDOAs, premium discounts, and all this stuff. But the key, if you have been struggling with kind of like consistency or inconsistency, the key is to pair these specific behaviors of price with certain timings, because the reality is that there is a reason why certain things are more likely to happen at certain times. And it's not just about behavior of price. It's when you pair behavior of price with timings, that is when you get, magic happening, as you've seen from this channel over the last 4 months, where I've maintained an 80% win rate across all of these public YouTube videos that I've made calling trades. And on a side note, when it comes to calling trades, just remember that we are going to be doing a altcoin live stream this Saturday at 1 p.m. GMT. If you would like to submit, altcoins that you would like to see charted, feel free to click the first link in the description box below. It'll bring you to a place where, you can submit. And guys, we're officially going to be posting the vlog. In fact, right now I'm going to throw a little montage on the screen that you guys can, just get a sneak peek as to what's going to drop on Friday, 1 p.m. GMT. If you'd like to see just more of like my daily life as a trader that's also like full-time traveling, as well as, just hear some more like personal stories or personal lessons, then go ahead and subscribe to the second channel where I'm going to be posting all of the vlogs. The second link in the description box. But anyways, guys, there's a final thing to discuss before we end this video, is that I've already made it quite clear. I'm probably not going to be looking for shorts today. We already have some kind of reversal signal on the 1 hourly chart, and also on the daily and higher timeframes. I am looking for longs. I don't think today has enough of, like, this changes, by the way. If before like 7 a.m. or like in between 7 to 10 a.m., like you get a break underneath this level, 107,650. If you get a candle close on the 1 hourly chart before, like within 7 to 10 a.m., then yeah, absolutely go for it. Like this is a bearish change in state of delivery and you can short it. But until that happens, just not looking like a day where, you know, we want to look for short, even though the daily bias is pointing short. The 1 hourly is not short and the 5 minute is kind of short, kind of not. Overall, you're just getting time frame misalignment. So I'm just going to play it cautious and wait for the news day tomorrow, where I'm sure we're going to get much higher probability conditions. Right now, we've already mentioned this, Monday, Tuesday, it's better to kind of like conserve our ammo and not try to fire it off too quickly, because, well, Wednesday and Thursday are going to be your high probability trading days, your A+ days, if you will, because you have FOMC and you have unemployment claims, both of which are USD red news. But yeah, so just play cautious, stay patient, and most importantly, do not enter the market until you see clear confirmation signals. Until then, guys, see you in the next one. Bye-bye.